Hello, everybody, joining for your F2 race here in Miami. Should be a fun one. F1 definitely a bit of a race, if I can say anything. Should be a good one here for F2, also in Miami. But we'll have to get into it. Stream is up and running. Today's commentators joining us. Got me, Steam Dam, and Domi. They don't have a little graphic for Domi, but I'll put the FIA little thing that he gave me to put on my screen up there.
Should be an interesting race today, Toasty.
Should be indeed. Right now it looks like we have 16 drivers. We'll have to see if we can get a little more. Today, I'm going to try to get some more graphics on screen from our live steward, Domi. See if I can't figure out how to put them on without ruining just about everything. Alrighty, everybody is readying up here, so we should be able to start soon. Not Earth in the chat. Couple keynotes to look at as we start qualifying here. If I can pull up my little cheat sheet that Lark sent me.
Cheat sheet.
One interesting thing. Hey, not Earth. It is fine. Things happen. Just a little upset in the moment, but I think now after I've had some time, I'll be fine. Let me...
Eventually.
Eventually. We'll see if I actually am fine. Get all this stuff pulled up here. Looks like we have a white person out in front. Should not be saying that. Jamie, driving for one of the teams.
Paper. Black.
So, couple things to look at here as Jamie is just not doing his lap anymore. I don't know who that is out in that front. That leaves Pex 1 driving for a team. F2 last week in Jeddah was heavy rain in the desert, something that you usually don't see. Let me turn off my little commentator graphic now. I think everyone knows who the commentators are. Tire wear was an issue in that race. I think Len's out in front now, our lead man, to set a lap first as he heads to the checking. Tire wear being an issue with F2. I think we'll see more of that today. Rudy Crazy Legs, the first time race winner there in Jeddah. Racing once again for VAR. Have to see how that goes. Some things to talk about. Oh, say it.
Who checks William Hall is my most important question, and the only question I have to really.
I think that we're gonna see Lark Knight back on pole after a rough Jeddah race. I think we'll see him back on our pole position. Getting asked from.
You know what, I'm gonna... Oh, there you go.
No, you got it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I think more interestingly, his teammate. Because we saw him in, I think it was China. He was very quick. It was a long time ago, but I think he still got it.
Another thing to look for is the championship. Lark Knight holding championship right now, although getting 0 points in. Getting 0 points for Jeddah. Definitely having to see if he can pull something off here and get some points, or Rudy Crazy Legs will close that gap. Continuing to watch Lens here going through. There's a lot of people on track setting laps right now, so. Some talk that are going through just about, I think, 2 weeks until the driver's market. Lens and then Zane. Zane hitting a 138.1. Rudy Crazy Legs 138.9. Lens 139.1. Cole Vraci, once, I think, Ferrari driver, now an F2 driver, 138.7. Alexander Pro getting a 138.7. Kairos, 138.4. We have a Kairos fan, not Earth, in the chat. Zero Alfie takes provisional pole with a 138.0.
We saw this last week with Zero Alfie having the pace. Just lacking that all-important racecraft that cost him last week.
Yeah, Zero Alfie getting very close to a quali ban, because last week he apparently was having some arguments with the FIA stewards and resulted in quite a bit of penalty points for that as a fine. Pex 1 heading through the last chicane here now. Bumping over curbs as he invalidates his lap. Just completely stomping on track. What is Pex 1 thinking?
That might be looked at. Did the car get impeded from that?
I don't think so. I think they were in an in lap, but that was big yikes.
Is it Lens?
I think it was yeah, Lens maybe getting some effect from that, but I think they are all on it in lap, so I don't think too bad of an issue there. Pex 1 back on a lap after I don't know what he was doing there. I'm Frew going third with a 138.3.
Ooh.
Needs to be some yellow flags out. I'm going to jump down to our Lark Knight here, championship leader, as he crosses the line, getting 11th with a 147.1. That is very, very slow for our championship leader here. I don't.
Hamburger set up purple sector 1, just fastest of anyone.
Yeah, Hamburger looking very fast. A little bit of traffic as he heads through this DRS zone into the small little hairpin corner onto the curve. Heading up and to the final chicane. As I'm Hamburger disqualifies his lap. Unfortunate for him, as I think we would have seen a pretty fast lap. I'm free retiring early with a 138.3. Provisional pole holder right now, Sven with a 137.5. 5 tenths faster than Zero Alfie. This is a little bit of a new person, I think. I don't think we've seen Sven in here for a while. Or at least I haven't seen Sven ever.
Yeah, I don't know that name, but I think Lark's on a flyer here. He's coming towards the end of his lap.
Following Lark, 8 seconds down on his lap. Look to see as he gets a little bit of traffic, but there you go into the pit. I think, might slow him down a little bit. 138, 139, not any improvement really out of him.
Oh, wow. A lot of people are probably already done with their laps because the tyre wear here is...
Yeah, the super softs
pretty...
gaining a lot of lack of pace once you get past like 2 or 3 laps. So. Top 5 right now for those of you who are just joining in. We have Sven in the MP, number 1, and then we have Zero Alfie in that number 2. Zane in that number 3. I'm Frew number 4 with the retirement, and then Kairos in that 5. Another thing, looking at one of our commentators, Ari, is driving this race after none of their drivers show up. My apologies. Watching Ari as they go through.
Hamburger. Was it first again? You said
it was Ven.
Bit of yawn when you said his name first time.
Yeah, it's been a long day. Ari continuing.
Ari.
Cannot stop yawning today.
Both of our bets have gone pretty badly.
Yeah.
Trident
to the final corner for Ari. We'll have to see what they can manage. 139.8, putting them into 14th.
I reckon Sven could go for a drink right now and he'd still be alright. I don't think anyone's going to beat that time.
Sven going out on an out lap, so he's apparently not happy with it. Zero Alfie on a lap, invalidated. Zane also on a lap. Purple sector 2 as they head to the final straight. Someone Lark says Lark Knight pull to win. I know my go. I don't think we're gonna see a Lark Knight pull. I think F2 has gotten a lot faster. It seems like in this week. Zane is just
race pace seems a lot better. I think that's the thing with Lark. His race pace definitely seems better than Squally. We saw that last week. Didn't he start like 10th and finish? Well, he was like provisionally like 2nd. Until he got his tyres popped on the rears.
3 crazy legs out on a lap, a 2.5 up. I don't think we're gonna see any improvement from that on these old super softs. As more people are opting to retire, I think that's the play here. Zero Alfie on the lap, 3/10 up, heading through the curve thing.
Perfect.
Up into the final chicane as he invalidates his lap. Reckon we'll see some more retirements of people. Pretty crazy legs into the pits. I would not be surprised if he also, yep, he retires too. One person yet to set a lap is Pex1, who drove today in F1, I believe. I could be wrong with that.
He's in the Aston. Yeah, he's in the Aston. Even though he's my driver. Cheers.
Sven still on a lap. 9, I don't even, would that be thousandths down. Pex retiring on the P16 as Sven takes that purple sector 1, heading through the little hairpin section into the curve.
I think a big problem here is that I don't think this session is very representative of everyone's pace.
Yeah.
Because after, if you make a mistake on your first lap, it's basically your quality over, or like a good chance at getting pole over.
Sven 3/10 up as he heads to that sector. Lord Knight also retiring. Trident sitting at 11 and 12 while leading the championship right now. You reckon that I think that's VAR that's in second. Do you think they're gonna pick up that and go for their instructors?
They're not really in the VAR team aren't really in a great position to take it. I don't know. Can't remember how many points they were off it. I think it was quite a way.
Team standings here. Trident sitting with 93 points, and then VAR not too far apart with 76 points, so they definitely could take it here if neither Trident can do really good. Pyrus going through. I suspect. Sorry. Man, can't stop yawning today. Apparently, F2 is not very interesting to me.
Well, looks like a second Campos is going to be here in a minute. Because Showery Sauce has just turned up. Does anyone have Showery Sauce added? Because I don't think I do. That way he can be invited in.
I do.
He's not in the... Oh, Lark probably does.
Looks like there's a little bit of arguing in the chat.
Which chat?
General.
What for now?
Looks like there's a situation with Dr. Law and Hex.
Oh yeah, too fair. That Dr. Law and Leper rivalry really is it was there in Bahrain. And I think it's happened again today between Law and Lepo. Really starting to build up.
A lot of talk going on in the tickets. Stewards will have to look at it after the race, though, because three of the stewards are all in this call, focusing on this race, while another one is in the race. So, those of you who are in the chat who are waiting for some FIA stuff to be finished, it's going to be a hot minute. Do apologize for that, but a lot of us have to take on 2 jobs if we want this to be going smoothly.
Got about 15 jobs.
Definitely feels like that
Driver.
sometimes.
Driver, team principal, steward, commentator. I'm going for the owner next. Lark, you're mine.
Yeah, I don't know. I should put my name in the hat for admin. Are
you a team principal?
I am not. I thought about it,
I'm our team
but
principal in McLaren. We have no one. Great.
should I? So I can have.
I mean, no one else
jobs?
is doing it. So no one else is doing it, and it's not like
Keep getting tagged in these tickets.
just do it later.
Yeah.
But
I
we
don't think
can't.
people are looking at the announcements.
Well, me, you, and Ari can't because we're commentating, and
Domi's could, but Domi's stewarding for this race, so.
Apparently your exposure's quite high for the stream.
It doesn't
According to
look.
Dummy. Did you already check that out, or?
He did say something. I looked at it. It doesn't look like that on my screen. I don't know if you want to go open the stream really quick and see for me.
Yeah, I'll check for you then. You worry.
Thank you. I sent you a sweet little
Who's
message
still going?
today in the commentators. I don't know if
Did
you
you?
saw that. Yeah.
So it's a bit wild. Like 4 years old again. What was I doing? Check the thing. That was it.
you're too busy blushing over my message.
Looks good to me. Stream looks fine.
That's good. Alexander disqualifying his outlap. Really hope that he retires soon because I don't want to sit here for another 10 minutes.
For our insanity, please.
I don't know who you are, Alexander Pro, but you put the fries in the bag. Oh, he's getting quite a bit of good screen time here, so if that was the play, then...
Damn it!
Oh.
His sponsors are going to get a lot of money here. Oh, he's going on a proper lap.
Alexander,
Oh.
another person joined.
Chowry's here. Chowry's here, yes, my driver! He's here! He's going to be starting last, but we'll make do.
Alexander, use the little S-bit.
Kept it nice. Give him that.
This little area that I have zero idea how to drive, and every time I come across it, I take it a little different. As Lork also agrees that he needs to retire. He is 5/10 up. I don't think he's doing anything. I think
the problem I had here is, you know, that like the chicane. Right, hated that. Just had no grip going into it at all.
I kept invalidating on the stupidest part because there's like a little part. Like if you go to the left for that chicane, or apparently you can invalidate. I kept doing that, even though I feel like all four tires.
You got a little bit wide.
No, I go. I don't. It's hard to describe, but like I don't even understand how I get an invalidation there. But I was never able to put in a lap on new tires. It was always a lap old tires. Alexander coming through this straight as Pex leaves the session. I don't know what happened there.
Hey. Pex.
Alexander through the last corner. And he sets not if after time.
Is he gonna retire?
I really hope so. Yep, he seems to be. Maybe not. Maybe he's
do we
putting
allow
on a
penalty
show for
points?
us.
Do we allow penalty points for this? It's just annoying me now.
Yeah, Lark. There we go. He retires.
That's the best part of Bully there. That amazing, gorgeous team principal is going to have one hell of a drive this month.
I was trying to figure out. Sounds like maybe some shift in the racing bulls. Looking at our qualifying So we have Sven in front here. I think first time racer with us. Then Zero Alfie, Zane, and then I'm Fru. We'll take your P4. Kairos in that P5. Before your Rodin Jampika. I don't know who that is. And then Alexander Pro, who decided not to retire until the last second. Then you have Cold Vrochi, once a Ferrari driver, now a driver for High Tech. Rudy Crazy Legs in that Van Amersfoot, along with Lens right behind him. Lark Knight sits behind them, your championship leader, quite far back. Hamburger, first-time driver for Trident. Jamie, before you get to Ari, Ben, Pex1, and then Reese.
You gonna race for us this time, Toasty?
Do not reckon I will. I think I've had enough racing for this weekend.
I've had enough racing for a whole year.
Yeah, after that Miami, I might throw in the towel until F125.
To be fair, you had a really good race last week, so it's not the end of the world.
4-5 red lights. And away we go here in Miami. Stark Lou getting a drive-through as someone, I think, completely just went into the air in the back, already there. That was a weird little bit here. Wow. Looks like a lot of people on the super softs, some people on the mediums. I bet it's going to be super softs to mediums. How about you? Sven,
I don't know what the
first.
other Irish.
Zane number 2, Zero Alfie in that 3. Fru and Kairos fighting a little bit in this back, going too wide through these corners. That one's going to be a fun little racing bit for them as Fru takes the lead in the Alpine car. Still just absolutely fighting, it looks like, not wanting to give that position up fully for Kairos. I'm Fru still holding that position though. As a lot of changes in the back here as they go through this little roundy bit. Going too wide for Rudy and Jamie. Rudy getting the position there after all. A little bit of contact in the back there. Lark Knight falling all the way back to the back. P18 for Lark Knight and some other people in the middle pack as they get some slipstream down the street. Not Earth cheering for Kairos in that P5. Going too wide through some of these corners is a little risky. Rudy backing out of that one with Stark. Stark obviously with this drive-through, not opting to take it just yet. Sven, still your number 1 leader. I do reckon that this will shift up the order quite a bit in the championship. Ben getting an overtake on Giampika. Lark Knight 3 seconds back from that.
Did you see what happened to Lark?
I did not. Ben,
I cut to him and it looked like he was coming out of a wall. So
interesting. Might
maybe
have to
crash.
Rudy Crazy Legs up into 8th. Passing that Giampika on the medium. Rudy Crazy Legs taking a little bit of a different line, maybe trying to get this moved on Ben as he goes on the inside, going too wide through this corner. Who is going to be on the throttle first? It looks like Rudy Crazy. And there's a spin in the back! Wow, I saw a little bit of that, but I don't think I'll see what actually happened there. Trident driver Hamburger up the grid quite a bit. Pex, Ari falling way back. Lark Knight maybe broken as Lark Knight is way in the back there. Pex and 15th, Jamie 14th. Wow, wow, that was definitely something to watch.
It looked like the incident was between Pex and Jampika by the look of it, because they both did. Well, Pex ended up backwards and Jampika was slower as well. I think it was between them two.
Yeah, as we get a thing, if I can do this fast, but it does not look like I'm being very fast with this.
Quick!
Where's the freaking like thing? Image.
We need like a little screen that says like intermission or technical difficulties.
There's an investigation.
Oh, we got it.
It kind of fits. It kind of fits. Investigation at the start of the race is under investigation, as well as that incident with the spinning. I got it up eventually, guys.
Iris is going from move on 0 Alpha into sector 2 here. Goes round the outside. Ooh.
0
contact is
Alpha.
made.
Yeah, still too wide through this little bit. I think 0 Alpha is going to get maybe a good run. Yes, as 0 Alpha pulls away. 0 Alpha with this time penalty, though. Still, Kairos not wanting to give that position up as they will continue going too wide. Stark with that penalty. So much happening. Hamburger retiring from the race. That Trident driver, first one. As Domi is telling me that I do not have to put graphics up and I can just read it. I don't think he was very happy that I took a while for that. As it looks like there was a little bit of contact between Kairos and 0 Alpha, maybe. No further investigation for race start incident. Looks like it has been cleared. I think Lark Knight is stopped on track and that P16 Hamburger leaving the session. I don't know what's going on with Lark Knight today, but I don't think, is he maybe a little hungover again? Do you reckon?
No, it's not
Lark Knight maybe
it's Hamburger.
missing some of his wing, it looks like. Maybe that's what he's going through.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he is missing some wing, you're right.
The VAR
noticed that.
swapping positions. Really crazy, like, qualifying, I think, 8th. And then moving his way up to 5th in the race. This is going to be a big day for VAR as Trident does not look to be getting any points so far.
If VAR can keep up the good pace and make a couple of positions, they're going to really make Trident fear that they're going to lose that top spot.
Further investigation will continue after the race for that start, it looks like. Maybe have to confer with some of us stewards watching the VAR go. Alexander getting a good run on Cold Brauchi through this little curve. I think they'll keep their positions through the chicane. Yes, they will. DRS is active now, so we could see a lot more overtakes, especially on that final straight.
Oh! Stark has spun.
Stark in the back spun Lark Knight up into 15th. As Zane gets a time penalty in that P2. Wow. Cold Brochi and Alexander going too wide through some of these corners. As it looks like Alexander has spun in the back there. That is a sad day for, I think that's the Kick Sours. Dan not really able to say anything about it because I think that's his driver there.
Mine Campos.
Oh, Campos. Looks like that is a Kick Sauber car livery, though. Although I could be mistaken.
Rodents for the team I drive for. So, I don't ask me why. I think they're pretty good system.
Still going. If you're just joining with us, your top 5 right now are Sven, Zane, Kairos, 0 Alpha, and Rudy Crazy Legs. 0 Alpha and Kairos still fighting constantly, though. I think this is going to slow them up, maybe. Do you reckon that we're going to see maybe the VARs join in on the fight if they can't figure something out between the two?
I mean, I don't think Really Crazy Legs will be too bothered because that 3-second penalty by 0 Alpha is going to help Crazy Legs a lot if he can catch him up. Well, quite enough. But of course, I think that they are fighting a lot, and I feel if it keeps going on, it might get a little bit heated.
Jamie with a penalty now. Surprisingly, no contact.
Really
Yeah, we're excited to see the fan interaction here today. Kairos getting a good look down in Zero Alfie's inside as he makes the move through that corner. Kairos up into second, Zero Alfie in third. As Zane, I think, falls down the order as he pits. I was curious on why everyone was moving up the list so fast. Pretty crazy. He's also in that pit. A little bit early, going for a good undercut maybe. Kairos is in P2 because of Pets getting a penalty for spinning in the pits. Kairos is in P2 because of the pitters. Maybe making that gap to Zero Alfie as we're watching that count up.
Do you think Zane's got this in the bag? Not Zane, Sven's got this in the bag.
Yeah, 9 seconds to Sven. It always seems like in these F2 races, someone just absolutely runs away with it. Usually it's Larganite, Jeddah, it was, I think it was Noah, and then Rudy Crazy Legs. And now here in Miami, looking like Sven is just going to run away with this for that MP Motorsports Red Bull affiliate, I believe. Kairos looks to be holding that position as he's able to break that DRS off of Zero Alfie. That's going to be really big for him. Hold Broachy here. Maybe looking for a move on the inside of Reese down this final straight. As yes, I think he does it, getting out in front of that driver. Zero Alfie spun in a weird position. I think he forgot to brake for that corner. Through getting a penalty in the pits. There is a puncture on Zero Alfie. That is not a good look for him. I don't think he will be able to recover what he once had. A lot of people pitting now as the whole list is just changing. Rudy Crazy Legs, the man to follow here as he comes out 5th, or as he will retain his 5th spot behind Kairos in 4th. Kairos hitting, having that penalty. Sven still in that first spot by 4 seconds. Rudy Crazy Legs is getting a penalty. Ugh, my gosh, cannot stop yawning.
As far as a race goes, this one's been so far forgettable one.
Yeah, a lot less action here in Miami than there was in that wet Jeddah race.
Hey, at least no long night for the stewards though.
Although I almost enjoy doing the stewards. Although it does look like right now we have maybe 6, and then it would not be surprised if we see a couple more for
5 for me. So one involves me. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, there's one that I think Domi and Ari will have to do all by themselves because it involves me and one of your drivers, so neither of us can really do anything about that one.
Oh yeah, it does. I mean, for my one, I'd just say give me a 5-second penalty. Straight up. I'm just,
Zero Alfie getting that penalty. Zayn still pushing, trying to make that gap to Sven smaller. Zayn on the older tires that are warmed up quicker, but Sven on the fresher rubber, maybe having a little bit more pace. I think
Rudy Crazy Legs got Kryos in the pits by the look of it. I think Kryos was in front.
Oh, yeah. Rudy Crazy Legs, 5 seconds until that podium spot. Your previous race winner not having... cannot speak without getting caught by these yawns, man. I don't know how the real life commentators do it.
They do it because they're not sat at home.
Yeah, I do reckon, yeah. Lens maybe looking for something on Kairos as he gets a penalty, as I'm about him. Getting DRS here off of Kairos. Will we see something between this bar and the Invicta race or Kairos? Kairos very defensive as he takes the middle. Stark getting a penalty. Does not make a move into this corner. But Len's still pushing very close by. Jempika yet to pit. And as a third, we'll have to see if this overcut works nicely or not.
I think a very interesting point here is if Lark stays how he is, I don't think he's going to get points. So it'll be his second race in a row without a point.
Yeah, that's not going to be very good for his race.
Injured hopes, really.
Yeah. This Ari looks like he's a little slow. I think Ari might have had a puncture. I was like, voice crack really bad there. Ari back into the pits after not a while. Stark getting a penalty for ignoring yellow flag. I think he might have overtaken under a yellow flag.
Oh, so both my drivers have got over 10 seconds off penalties.
Oh.
Good. I mean, great. I mean, it's just one of those races, isn't it?
You need to be commentator, Dan, right now and move on from that.
Yeah, you're right. What's the name? Oh, yeah, Sven. Just dominating.
Yeah. Your top five all very spread out as Alexander just retires. 6 seconds separate your first and second, 4 seconds separate your second and third, and 3 seconds separate your third and fourth, and then another 3 seconds separate your fourth and fifth. So, not a lot gonna happen and change in this top 5 as Len's maybe still looking for this overtake on Kairos. Getting a good run out of that corner, closing that gap, DRS active. Are we gonna see something on this straight, or is Len's maybe just going to play the long game? I think he is, because he keeps backing out of stuff, but I think he could get a good go at it. Jempika into the pits onto the super softs, are only super soft runners. Going to see how fast those are now that the track may be rubbered in a little more. Lark Knight getting something over on Zero Alfie. Zero Alfie once in that top spot fighting with Kairos. Kairos now maybe fighting with Lens a little bit. Not really though, because Lens does not seem to be playing a very aggressive game.
Only 3 drivers without penalty so far. Been a very tough one on track limits and others.
Yeah, Sven, Reese, and Jempika, your only non-penalty holders. Watching Lens, still just nothing here as we go. And I think it's the first time I've seen this view. I don't know why they don't show that view some more. It happens all the time in the actual F1 races, but we get zero control of actual games. Peck's up, taking that position, maybe fighting a little bit with that start in the back here as I go to this battle. I think I just missed it as it ends. Although maybe not. Stark maybe looking for a good run off this corner, as I think there's a little bit of contact on the wall for Peck's. The two absolutely fighting. Stark looking for something down on the inside. Peck's going defensive in the middle. This will definitely be a game of who's more scared, but Stark gets in front of Peck's. As Peck's goes on the inside, getting that corner. As Stark spins, Peck's securing that 12th spot, it looks like. Cold Rochi right in front, maybe looking for something on Jempika on the super soft. Yes. Cold, or on the, Jamie, sorry, I thought this was a different person. Yeah, as they make contact and spin, and someone is out. I think that's Jamie. As he hits the wall and breaks his entire front wing, that's definitely gonna have to be looked at. Would not be surprised if Domi sends a message saying that that's going to be investigated. More penalties are given out. We will look at the penalties Lots and lots of penalties being served all around. Rudy Crazy Legs now on that pole position. Or not pole position, podium, sorry. Two P words mixing together. Yeah, Sved just completely running away with it. Almost a full sector ahead of Zane.
Was a thing done? Was post-race interviews done for F1?
I was not, so we'll do that probably. Yeah, incident involving cars, Cole and car jam is under investigation. So I think it's Gold Rochi and Jamie that we saw make contact. That is under investigation by the FIA stewards. Probably going to see a penalty dished out there. Lark Knight maybe making something on Jamie, who I think might have to go into the pits as Jamie, yeah. Lark Knight getting that position up into that P12 spot. But, yeah. P11 now as Pex is in the pits, I think. Your top 5 right now are Sved, who's just running away with it, Zane, Rudy, Kairos, and then Glens. Jim Pika on the Super Softs, maybe looking for something on Reese, as yes, goes wide. Ari back in the pits. I think that's the 3rd time this race. I wonder if we'll just see retirement from them. Yeah, Jampika on the Super Softs getting that position done into that P8. Still a while way to go until that P7 though. Although with that penalty we can see it. Frew getting an overtake done on Lens. Frew the Alpine driver affiliate, I would assume. Jamie getting a penalty. Lots and lots of penalties dished out still. One of the admins in the chat going, as if something bad had happened. I think it's usually Lark Knight that likes to talk to that. So I don't know what Lark Knight is going through. Maybe just
He's going through 0 points.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say a little bit of a struggle bus race for him, so maybe that's what it is. Zero Alfie and Stark maybe get into a little bit of a scrap in the back here. Maybe not though, as Stark goes into the pits. This is it's your fave TP / commentator / steward here.
Oh, Ari. Yeah, Ari.
Alright.
Makes sense.
I was like, I think there's only like 3 people, or 2 people that are team principals, commentators, and stewards, and it was not Dan, that's for sure.
I'll message it. Ari, you having fun?
I think Ari might be lapped soon.
If not even.
I think they've already been lapped. Actually, looking at it, at least a couple of times they've been lapped. Maybe by the top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kairos. Yeah, getting the blue flag for Ari. Kairos looking to overtake that dark marker. I've been there. Yeah, F1 race I got overtaken by, I think, at least the top 4, maybe the top 5. Kairos maybe dealing with this blue flag might give him a little bit of a boost, as he might get DRS in this sector, but he keeps on pushing. Start getting another penalty. 3 people without penalties: Sven, Jampika, and Reese.
Let's go for a move here. Not quite.
Everyone is very spread apart. The only person that I thought maybe getting an overtake done would be Lens following on through very closely. But not sure if we'll see anything. I think there's a lapped car ahead. Yeah, blue flag's out for somebody up there. I wonder if that's start.
I think it's Ari, isn't it?
No, Ari's in an orange car. This car I'm looking at is a blue car.
Oh yeah, probably is then. Oh no, Jamie? Jamie. Oh no, he's in the first second. No,
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
No, it is Ari, it is Ari. Ari's in the blue car.
I thought MP was orange.
The colour of the dots are. Not that car though, for some reason.
Interesting. No, Sven is in an orange car, and Ari's in an orange car, that means. I don't know. Still more spreading out. We could probably end the stream here and it would not change. But 2 more laps of racing left. So, just have to stick through it. Lark Knight, still not in points. I don't think he'll get it unless there's a big crash.
But the gap's probably not.
Oh, you never know. Someone could spin themselves. We've seen it before. A little bit of walking up from Fru. Still chasing Kairos in the Invicta as I'm yawning again. I don't know if I want to do post-race interviews. I feel like there's not a lot to talk about.
Oh.
A little bit of contact
Ari
against the wall.
Is that Ari in the background?
Yeah,
I think it. Oh, maybe it wasn't. So much.
No, Ari is in a blue car. What? Why are the cars different? I don't know. I don't understand F2. Ari going off track. Ari just not having a good day. I think their time will be finished here.
17 seconds and lead. Wow.
Yeah, Sven doing very dominant. I do wonder if it'll be a very similar situation as Archie, where he'll be brought up from F2 quite early and then struggle in that F1. You can't really say anything about it because of Archie, but under investigation is car. Oh, we already went through that. I don't know what Domi is. Maybe Domi figured
What is
something
MT?
out.
What is MP for affiliate?
I believe that is Red Bull. Yes, Columbus, we are doing a league race. Welcome.
Oh, it is. Who is the Red Bull?
Sven coming across the second to last corner for the final time. Checkered flags going out. I'm sure Sven is very happy here as he takes P1 here in Miami. Falling not at all close behind is Zane. As Domi tells us that the incident involving Cold Vrochi and Jamie is no longer under investigation. Zane takes your P2. Your previous race winner, Rudy, getting P3 here in Miami. Kairos will probably be your P4. Lens, and then Fru. And then probably Jampika, maybe Reese, and then Ben. We'll have to see how this little backpack finishes. Ben getting more penalties for unserved penalties. Probably not going to be the greatest for him. Ben dropping down to 9th, but I think he'll stay there as his teammate takes 10th. That is your top 10. Lark Knight looks like he will be your 11th finisher, getting another penalty. And then Zero Alfie, Jamie comes across. Although he might be overtaken by
Jamie into this final corner as they go 3 wide down the straight with Pex, Jamie, and Stark all right there. But I think Pex will take it because of the penalty, and then as someone has spun, it looks like, wow, big incident there. No one's probably going to be very happy about that one. Someone stopped on track. I think that's Ari. I don't know what Ari is doing here in Miami. As that will be your Miami race. Your race winner, Sven, as I think Ari is has a puncture. I think that's what that slow up was. Do thank you all for joining us. Ari doing donuts apparently instead of finishing the race. Sven is your race winner, followed very closely, not at all actually, by Zane. Rudy Crazy Legs takes P3 to finish off our podium. Kairos, P4. Lens falling close by in P5. Fru in P6. Jampika P7 with a different strategy than everyone else. Reese P8. Ben P9 after some penalties. Cold Rochi P10. Lark Knight taking P11. 0 points for our championship leader. Will hurt his contentions. Zero Alfie takes your P12. Hex P13. Jamie in that P14. And then Start and Ari finishing both on track 15th, 16th, respectively. Then your DNFs will be Alexander Pro X and your 17th in Hamburger on that P18. Do you reckon we should do some interviews, or I think have you had enough for today?
I mean, I've got to go, so unfortunately I won't be able to do interviews with you guys. But
yeah,
if you got enough waiting.
Doing interviews, I don't
It's your choice,
think. I think I'm gonna get right into some FIA stuff. So, once again, do appreciate you all for joining us here today in Miami. It has been a race. I think that's the only way to put it.
Forgettable race on that.
Yeah. Once again, want to thank our commentators, Domi and Dan, for joining me here today. For helping me commentate and steward for us. This has been ASL Tier 2 at Miami.